Hello mates, my name is Risk and welcome back to another Doki Doki Literature Club. So after a 5 minutes break, I'm coming back to this game for you. It's been 24 hours. Guys, if you're hyped for this game, let's shoot for 200 likes for this video. And yeah, I myself can't wait, which is why I instead of waiting a full day, I'm just going ahead and recording more. And it's more those reasons that we're all in the club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find that same feeling that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if we all take it standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monika have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but it looked like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get over it. Alright. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. The club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh, you'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monika, this is all too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no! Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little bit more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monika flips through the notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the peridium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Monika begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monika. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monika finishes her rejection. Sorry, I didn't see the word. The four of us applaud. Monika takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monika! Thank you so much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. Wow, Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches her sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the peridium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called Aftermage of Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. I'm sorry for the reading trouble, some of the words I haven't seen before. This must be a rare glimpse into her whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside of her head. Suddenly she finishes. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her as if she bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterwards, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught off so caught off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Look like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess it's me next. Sayori hops out of the chair and cheerfully walks to the peridium. This one is called My Mido. Sorry, I giggled. Sorry. Sayori, it's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best way. I see. Okay, then Sayori begins her poem. Somehow, it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is, it's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think of much of it, but hearing it coming from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori. Even Ramham liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. That atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely, but it might not be the other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. Huh? I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of a gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. That's well, I've been practicing that kind of a thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of everyone. The next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay. Now, who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Ramham. It's not like I can compare it to you guys anyway. Might as well let Ramham lower everyone's standards a little bit before I have to do it. Natsuki? It's fine. I might as well get it over with, but it's not like I have much of selection of what I read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called... Why are you all looking at me? That's not the name of the poem, that's just you being inconfident. Because you're presenting. Humph. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she is still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and a rhyme to it. It's Natsuki trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down, as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't bad, was it? Easy for you to say, you'd better not make me do it again. Well, do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people, but when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so, well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming though. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick up a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamelins, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez, I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too, it doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for this club. It makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is kind of coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nice so far, so I'd like to continue that. As far for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait. I can't do this. I can't do this. Alright? I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monika, but I'll do my best to go through it. If it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monika, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two, already going home together like that? It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys, don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Ramham, you don't have to say it, whatever, let's go already. Jesus Christ, what the hell? I'm going for the dark lady, not the happy one. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only between a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori. Sorry, I was spacing out. Ah, no wonders. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we got to... I mean, Sayori fumbles with her words. So let's just say that one day Yuri asked to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Hehe. Remember the poem she wrote about the happy thoughts? Me going home with Yuri is not a happy thought for her. Alright. If we get a bad ending, then we get a bad ending, I guess. I would still walk with Sayori. Sorry, I'm gonna... like, if they go with a fight, if she goes into a fight with Yuri, I don't want her to be, oh, well, Ramham said he's gonna prefer me over you, so I'm sorry, I'm gonna walk with Yuri. Walking home with Yuri, huh? What does that thought make my heart pound? Wait, what? Did I... Okay, just making sure that I chose it. I would walk home with Yuri. Why does that thought make my heart pound? I mean, given how hard it is to socialize, I would feel awful turning her down. So, isn't she so beautiful and smart? That has nothing to do with what I just said. Haha, you admitted it. Jeez, there is not even any point in speculating something that's never going to happen. Well, maybe, but I just like to think about it. It's not long before you won't need me anymore, you know? Need you? Sayori, I can't figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now. Sorry, everyone is different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you. If you say so. The conversation trails off and I'm left feeling awkward, but it was that kind of her fault for trapping me with such a weird question. I can't just lie to her, but if there is something that makes her happy, I would hate to take that away from her. That's why there is no point in speculating. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Oh my god, we're writing another song. Alright, I cut the poem out because I don't want it to take too much time. Oh man, but I got 2 words wrong with the thing. Like most 18 words were for Yuri. Oh man, I'm the last one here again. Don't worry, I just walked in here too. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and now picking up a piano, well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. And I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival too. Ah, I can't wait for the festival! I'm gonna be great! Huh? Weren't you complaining about it just yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah, I'm not talking about our part of the festival, but it's a whole day of school where we get to play and eat all kind of delicious food. You sound a bit like Sayori all of a sudden. Monika, do you usually have fried squid? Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? You of all people? I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean by all you of all people? Because it's right in your name. Monika. Huh? That's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Never mind. Let's just focus on your own event for now, okay? Hehehe. Fine, fine. Your reactions aren't as funny as Yuri's or Sayori's anyway. Excuse me? Where is Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori is sitting at the desk in the corner of the room, looking down at the nothing. I walked over to her. Hey, Sayori. I have my hand in front of her face. Huh? You're spacing out again. Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone. Huh? Is everything alright? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? I just feel like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Jeez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? Sayori shows me a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with others. Well, alright, if you say so. I worriedly glance at Sayori before turning back towards everyone else, but the conversation has already disappeared. dispersed, with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monika if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monika, who is shuffling through some papers on her desk. Ramham, what's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading into it a little too much, but she seems a bit downcast today. So sorry. Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monika appears across the room at Sayori, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there is something on her mind, but I'm surprised I'm not the only one asking you, Ramham. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her. But this time when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now. No. It's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her, and I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Huh? Are you sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just has a hard time bringing it up to the person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, Ramham. Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anything else, you know? Huh? She's been so much happier ever since you've joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her. What? No way. Sayori is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it is always has been. Ihihi. You're so funny, Ramham. Have you thought that maybe you're always seen her as so cheerful? Because that's just how she's when she's around you? I said too much. I'm sorry, what do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget it. Okay, there is nothing written that I can see in the folder. And also I gotta say, since she said don't forget to save your game in case you make a mistake and you want to go back, she definitely knows more than she's saying. So she gave us a huge hint that she's not the same person when she's not around us. That's pretty much what we got. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now. Alright. Monika smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monika stands up from the desk and walks across the room to where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her, but she's keeping her voice so quiet that I can't hear from here. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her, that I'm letting this weight me down so much? Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary, but there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monika. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? I glance around the room. Suddenly I notice Yuri peering at me from over her book, but she looks away just as quickly with a flustered look on her face. I realize that she won't get anywhere like this. I've never really seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation on her own accord, so I have no choice but to approach her myself, but by now it's a little easier for me to do that. I stand up from my desk and sit in one of her own. I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Relax, you didn't even do anything. But I could tell that you wanted to be alone with your thoughts. Alone with my thoughts? How were you even able to tell that I was thinking like that? Well, it's something that I do a lot. So it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. Not that I was staring or anything. I didn't do anything creepy like that. In that case, I guess you were right. I'm sorry if I caused you any concern. Don't apologize. Your troubles are only the concern of those who willingly share in that concern. Of course, there is certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping it to himself, but if you would prefer to share what's on your mind, then I would be glad to listen. It's really not that big of a deal. I was just feeling a bit uneasy about Sayori. Sayori? Yeah, she seems a little off today, but when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it, so I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh, that's quite romantic, huh? Sorry, I didn't mean to say that as something stupid. It's not that, I just didn't want you to misunderstand. Sayori and I have just been friends for a long time, that's all. Oh, I see. Then perhaps it is unusual for her to be dismissive to you about her feelings. Or maybe I'm just reading into it a little too much. Ramham, the world is full of meaning, often hidden deep beneath plain sight, and are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you may know them. So you think that there might be something behind it after all? I think that Sayori is a very complex person. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always match what may be going on inside her head, and she may not always know what she wants. I notice her strange behavior today too, and I also feel some concern for her. But in your case, it looked like she was fully occupying your thoughts, wasn't she? Well, I guess that was the case. Sayori, she really means a lot to you, doesn't she? I guess. But you don't need to put it that way. We're just good friends, that's all. Yuri suddenly looks deeply into my eyes. Her expression is gentle and curious, and if she was searching for something. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze. Sometimes, a person's mysteries are untold even to themselves. And you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings you weren't aware before. That is, I think that she would be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her. Yuri, you're giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy, so I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you. That's not a compliment, is it? It is what it is. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading? Well, as long as you're okay with it, yeah. I should be taking my mind off the whole thing anyway. Okay, everyone. After some time passes, Monika calls out to the clubroom. Why don't we share our poems now? Before I know it, everything is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monika, and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. Alright, so let's talk to Yuri. Ramham, your writing has only improved in those last few days. Every poem you've shown me has been nothing sort of spectacular. I can really feel the emotions. I'm a little envious. I don't think it even came to me this naturally. Yuri, that's the wrong way to put it. This never did come to me naturally but I've been able to improve so much thanks to you. You're really the example that I was chasing after. Is that so? Yuri gently smiles to herself. This feeling... I'm so glad I got the chance to share my writing. I never thought it would feel like this. I remember you mentioning that yesterday. I can't believe that you're so good at something and you're never even shared it with anyone. It's kind of a shame. Maybe, but it's not like I really had a choice. What do you mean? Well, Yuri smiles sadly. Ramham, during lunchtime, I eat by myself. Did you know that? It's a great time to find a quiet spot and do some reading. In fact, I always have some books with me. You could say I really enjoy reading. Well, that's one way to put it anyway. But books are so full of amazing and inspiring people you want to fall in love with, or people you just know would make a really good friend, cheerful people who always put a smile on your face, or deep thinkers and problem solvers who discover the mysteries of life. So when you look at it that way, I'm surrounded by friends every day, you know? And those friends don't laugh at me. They don't tease me for spacing out all the time. They don't make fun of my body type. And they don't hate me for acting like I know it all. People say that thing about you? I'm not a know-it-all, Ramham. It's the opposite. I don't know anything. I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know how to make people see me as normal. I don't even know how to make myself happy. All those feelings, all I can do with them is read and write, but it wasn't until now. Sorry, my nose is just very itching. Then I started sharing it with you, that I really understood what was missing all this time, but I haven't really done anything. No, that's wrong. Just being patient and respectful, that's really important to me. I know I'm a difficult person, Ramham. I speak too slowly. I second-guess myself all the time. I read too deeply into things. But every time, you've always treated me like anyone else. It's so rare that I feel comfortable with myself when I talk to others. But that's why every time I talk to you, I just feel really happy. I see. Well, I treat you how you deserve to be treated, Yuri, and in other people don't see it that way, then screw them. I mean, I joined this club hoping I would make friends, and I would say I've had at least one success, wouldn't you? If you put it that way, yeah. We really are friends, aren't we? Yuri puts her head in her hands, but this time she's smiling as she does it. Do you want me to show you my poem? Your poem? Do you want to show me your poem? Yeah, I do. Let me get it for you. Do I look like I know how to read this? Alright, let me just slowly scroll it down. So if you want to actually translate this poem for me, that would be great. Yeah, I think that's enough. Finishing the poem, I start to hand it back to Yuri, but instead of taking it off from me, she looks away. Do you dislike it? Oh no, of course not. It just doesn't... I don't really know how I should respond. Despite Yuri's poem usually being cryptic, it wasn't hard to figure out what this one is about. I don't know if I'll be able to explain this one. That's fine. I understand this one. Yuri's having an even harder time speaking than usual. Does this one mean a lot to you? Yuri nods. I'm not really good with words, but I'm happy that you shared it with me, so thank you. And I hope we keep spending time together. Despite my inability to make eye contact, I see a faint smile emerge on Yuri's lips. I once again try to hand the poem back to her, but instead Yuri gently takes my hand and pushes them back towards me. I hesitated in response to her warm touch. You can... the poem is... Once again, Yuri fails to form a complete sentence. You mean I can keep it? Yuri nods. I'd love to. Again, Yuri faintly smiles, as if she doesn't want me to notice. You always make me feel nice. I know I'm not good with other people, but I hope that I can return the favor sometimes. Yeah, don't worry. I think you did a good job. Yuri finally turns back around towards me. I guess we should move on before Monika says something, but I'm sure we can talk again later. Yeah, I'm sure we will. With that, Yuri timidly smiles at me, and I return to my seat so I can put her poem away. Alright, still nothing new in the folder. Who should I talk to? Sayori. It's nice, I guess. Come on, I can already tell you don't like it. Well, you don't need to be worried about what I think. After all, you wrote this for someone else, didn't you? Probably Yuri. Oh, god damn it, dude. God damn it. She just saw through me, man. How long? Seriously? Seriously, I'm gonna run out of time to record again, dude. I just want to keep playing this game. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna record a third episode after this. Huh? I didn't write this for anyone specifically. Maybe. That's not really what I meant, though. But it's okay. You're making new friends, just like I was hoping. That makes me really happy. And you're happy too, right? In this club? Well, of course I am. Good. That's all that matters to me. Thank you, Ramham. Sayori, is there something wrong? Huh? No, nothing. I'm just a little bit tired today. Alright, just tell me if you need anything. I will. Don't worry about me, okay? You can play with everyone else now, if you insist. Yay! I'm gonna go home a little bit early today. Sayori. Tell Monika I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything else, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom, humming to herself. Something bad is gonna happen. She didn't show me her song. She didn't show me her poem. Okay. Yeah, no thanks. You didn't even... Next! Hi, Ramham. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I'll have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure, but whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would also make me so happy to see. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Sure. I'll let Monika take the poem I'm holding in my hands. Your style gotten so refined, Ramham. Yuri's been teaching you a lot of things, hasn't she? Well, I guess so. Yeah, I've been noticing how much time you spend with her. I think I've heard her say more words those past couple days than she talked in the whole year. Not sure how you did it, but that's pretty impressive. Well, she just needs some patience and a way to talk about all the things in her head, I guess. I'm still getting the hang of it myself. You're certainly putting in a lot of effort. You must really like her. That's... It's awfully suspicious, you know? Spending time with her in the clubroom every day, reading that edgy novel with her? Well, I just feel bad that she hasn't had a hard time socializing. It makes me want to make sure she doesn't spend all her time alone. Besides, the novel isn't too bad either, you know? Alright, I get you. Just be careful, alright? I know that Yuri isn't used to opening herself up, so if something bad happens while she's vulnerable, then it could be really hard for her. Her books aren't a total escape from reality, they're just a bandage. You say that you like I'm going to hurt her. Sorry, I didn't mean it like that. If anything, she might accidentally hurt herself, anyway. She's like, I already said it, she like the game master or something like that. She already knows what's gonna happen. She's aware that I'm able to save my game. I'll share my poem with you now, alright? Alright. The Lady Who Knows Everything. An old tale tells us of a lady who wanders Earth. The Lady Who Knows Everything. A beautiful lady... A lady who knows everything. Come on, do I need more evidence? Do I need more evidence, guys? A lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that who was ever sought. And here I am, a feather, lost adrift the sky, victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains, the last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky. Until one day the wind ceases to blow. I fall, and I fall and fall, and I fall even more, gentle as a feather, a dry quill, expressionless, but a hand catches me between the thumb and the forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her hand and eyes and found no other end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer of all which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend. Your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. Wow, that's a nice poem, you know? I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sort of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind. So that's what I wrote about, I see. I never really put much thought into it. In a way, it's almost paradoxal. Because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? You know, there's one thing I notice. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Are you surprised? I mean, everything was okay. We wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think you'd know that better than anyone. You mean one-dimensional. Yeah, that. Anyway, here Monika's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much effort to. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier, because instead of just telling you that your writing is a good or okay or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having all your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, you three. We're all done. Wait, you three? Yeah, you three. The girl Sayori went home early. We're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out? Hold on a second. Is it just me, or did you say something strange just now? Huh? Something did sound a bit unusual, that's right. You divided from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez, why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Dragon air is coming foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. In your books, maybe. Look, the only thing that's different is that Sayori isn't here. It seems you're right. Sayori always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off a little when she's not around. Where the heck did she run off to anyway? I thought she was just went to pee. Natsuki, please show some decency. Oh, come on. As she actually wasn't feeling too well and went home early. Is that so? I hope she's alright. Seriously? Of all the times not to go home with her, you pick up the time she's not feeling well? Not much for you to be no lovey-dovey. No. First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it. Oh? That's a curious expression coming from Yuri, of all people. Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier and everything is fine. What did she say? Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparation, so let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend. I already know what I'm doing. That's right, Natsuki will be making cupcakes, but we might need a lot of them and different flavors. Can you handle all that by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. And as for myself, I'm going to be painting and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sayori will be helping me design them. And as for you, Yuri, you can, guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri? I'm useless. No, that's not it at all. You're the most talented person here, you know? Now Natsuki pouting too. Jeez, even I can tell. I guess I never gave Sayori enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around. That may be the case, but if I can't also be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as much as a person. So Yuri, you have a beautiful handwriting, you know? So you should make the banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere? About that, I love atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares back at her desk and focuses and starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see. That's great. You'll be wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you, Ramham, the one who is truly useless. Don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It would probably go a long way to give one of them a hand. You could always help me out as well. I would be really appreciative of that. Is Monika suggesting I spend the weekend with one of my club members? How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that? I suppose I wouldn't mind for a bit of help. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there is always some dirty work I could give you too. It's not like Monika going to give me a choice and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway. Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own. Ramham may not like to be around if you only make him to be a nuisance, so therefore he may be more suited to assisting with the decorations. Hold on, I never said that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds more like you're just making excuses for Ramham to... What are you saying? It will be extremely metricious work. Oh my god, really? I'm already... And baking isn't fun, just what do you think? Guys, let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Ramham to decide how he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really gotten the chance to spend any time with me yet, you know? So I'm sure he's interested in... You literally just said! I'm surprised as well. Sorry. I was just saying though. Jeez, can we just settle this already? Yeah. Ramham, you're okay with this, alright? In the end, it's up to you. Of course. Humph. Very well. In that case, everyone looks straight at me. But of course I'm going to go with... Guys, if you would like to see who I go with next, there is a card info on the top right corner of the screen. It will take you to part 5 when it's available. Thank you so much for watching the video. Subscribe if you're new. Guys, also 200 likes for the next episode. And I'll see you guys in the next time. Bye-bye.